Hello! Today's reading from the corpus of early Arabic sources for West African history will be a short series of passages on Kawkaw by al-Idrisi, a 12th century geographer. Let's begin. The town of Kawkaw is large and is widely famed in the land of the Sudan. It is on the bank of a river which flows from the north and passes by the town. Its people drank from it. Many of the Sudan say that the town of Kawkaw is on the bank of the Nile. Is on the bank of the canal, while others say that it is on a river which flows into the Nile. The right opinion is that this river flows on till it is many days past Kawkaw, and then loses itself in the waste, in the dunes and quicksands, as does the river Euphrates in Iraq, which disappears into the marshes. The king of the town of Kawkaw is an independent ruler who has the khutbah delivered in his own name. He has many servants and a large retinue, captains, soldiers, excellent apparel, and beautiful ornaments. His warriors ride horses and camels. They are brave and superior in might to all the nations who are their neighbors around their land. The clothing of the common people of Kawkaw consists of skins with which they cover their nudity. Their merchants wear chemises and mantles and woolen bands rolled around their heads. Their ornaments are of gold. The nobles and eminent persons among them wear waist wrappers. They mix with the merchants, sit in their company, and take shares in their wares, participating in the profit by way of mukarada. This very short two-paragraph passage actually reveals quite a bit of information on early Songhai history and their early capital of Gao. We hear that the king of Gao is an independent ruler, a Muslim, that the city is on the river, which in this case is actually the Niger, but al-Idrisi and many of his contemporaries thought the Niger and Senegal were all connected to the Nile of Egypt and Sudan. And we also hear about how exactly trade was organized. It would appear that among the elites and nobility of Kawkaw, it was actually them who directly participated in trade with foreign merchants, forming commercial and social associations with them, and splitting the profits. And we also get a description of how it was among the nobility who actually consumed most of these imported textiles and probably a lot of the imported goods like glassware and beads and things that are coming from the Mediterranean, North Africa, Egypt, the Middle East, and beyond. And we also get a description of how the military used horses and camels. Probably many of the horses were imported through trans-Saharan trade networks. And we hear again how the common people wore skins to cover their nudity. Whereas you get a pretty elaborate description of the ornaments and textiles worn by the nobility and the king. And we also get again to see how important the river is to this early Gao as the source of sustenance for the people there. So even though al-Idrisi is problematic as a source, because again he situates almost every city or settlement along the so-called Nile, although in this case it's really the Niger, and al-Idrisi himself never actually went to West Africa, you get a pretty detailed description of how, to a certain extent, the city of Gao functioned and the kingdom of Gao functioned. We get a description of it basically as an economic military power, and one in which close social and economic associations existed between its nobility or its social elites and foreign merchants, who almost certainly in this case were people from North Africa and the Mediterranean, Egypt, perhaps some also coming from further east. And that shall be all for today. Thank you very much.